going to talk about before we went?
We kind of surprised him. It wasn't an intervention that was planned.
No, it was not planned.
You're talking about our caffeine discussion.
Yeah, but we did talk about Garrett drinking an exorbitant amount of caffeine currently. But you said there was an update with you. So what?
Yeah, I kind of maybe had it pointed out to me that my math was a little off on the milligram content.
What'd you say you were drinking?
I don't know. I said like, okay, you know, a pot of coffee has maybe like, I don't know, 300 milligrams or whatever. It's 800. So it's 800 a day.
Oh.
So if I'm drinking on average what I drink a day, throughout my morning, I'm usually done by about 4 or 5 p.m. And then I switch.
You're drinking coffee now.
Well, yeah, I didn't have
it's later than that,
but I didn't have all because here's the thing. It is later, but on podcast nights and on PPS nights, I do have coffee during the show.
Okay.
But I always kind of want to.
I always kind of want to drink whenever I'm doing like a longer stream or a podcast. I always like to have some kind of drink.
I do like a drink. It doesn't really keep me up. It keeps me going through the podcast, but then like when I get home, I can go to sleep just fine.
I do feel like doing the podcast, like it is us just hanging out and talking, but there is the added pressure of being on and being in front of the camera, and it is exhausting.
Be able to think of the thing you're thinking of. It's like,
and not
if I'm like falling asleep, it's harder.
I don't want to sound stupid or to misspeak or whatever, which is very possible.
I will say when I'm with you guys, I typically am not like getting tired or whatever because I have a pressure to be. I feel like more like, oh, I got to be on, and Kevin's cutting to me, and whatever. But when I'm streaming by myself, no, I need I always have some kind of caffeine with me
because you're just going.
Yeah, I streamed Yakuza and I'm like asleep halfway through that. I'm like, okay, we got to go into the So
but yeah, I guess the update is I think I shed a little light on how many milligrams are actually being ingested a day. On average, and 800 is quite a bit.
Okay, so now we are in the stage of acknowledging that it's a lot.
Oh, is this stages?
No, I don't know.
Denial last week.
Denial,
okay.
Acceptance.
Oh, great.
But when will you be like, maybe I'll cut back a little bit, or we're not?
I don't think I need to cut back until I get a stone. I haven't gotten a stone.
You're waiting for I think that's a good thing to wait for. Situation before you stop.
Because it's not life. It's not a life-threatening situation. It's not like, oh, if you drink too much caffeine, heart attack. It's like, no, first sign, a stone.
Well, maybe you don't need to pass a stone. That sounds terrible.
But if I keep living the way I want to live and I never pass a stone, then man, what a great way to live. Comfortably,
I mean,
with the comfort of a warm beverage at my side.
There are warm beverages without caffeine.
So here's what I've thought about.
Water.
I've taken the consideration of those who reached out to me on social media, and the intervention that we so-called didn't plan on. Okay.
We didn't plan on this.
But no, I've taken into account what I've learned.
Yeah,
and I think I will. You asked me one time last week too, like, do you ever drink decaf?
Yeah.
You never saw me drinking decaf on the road on tour.
I didn't.
But that's because we roll into a truck stop and like they're out of decaf at 5 p.m. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, granted, why am I getting coffee at 5 p.m.?
And I'm
but
not
I did.
saying that, like, I was like.
And a lot of nights I would leave.
You.
I would have hot coffee in the morning because I got it at 5 p.m. and left it in my thermos overnight.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I wasn't like over your shoulder like, what is he drinking? I don't know. I believe you what you say.
But yeah, I explained how I always buy a dark roast and I use a dark roast. But I think I should go further than that. And now at home, I should start buying some decaf. So I'm going to try that.
It's like add like a little scoop in.
Yeah.
Maybe they say like you do 7 scoops.
Well, I've gone completely off where like I've had like 2 days of like no caffeine, no coffee.
How'd that go?
I don't have headaches.
Wow, that's amazing.
Don't have like those withdrawal symptoms I hear other people talk about.
Okay, then maybe you're good. But the passing the things.
But that's a lot. 800 milligrams a day on average.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying.
And that's like I've kind of like stopped taking pre-workouts even just within the last like 2-3 months.
Okay.
Heavy stimulants in the pre-workout is a little not.
Well, because Garrett and I have been working out. We've done it 3 times, I think. We've done our weightlifting thing, and I'm
3 weeks in a row.
He's taking such good care of me. It's so nice. Like he very is considerate and like super encouraging. And I have my own little personal trainer, which I wasn't. It's so nice.
I'm just
really
doing for you what my cousin did for me.
I know, and
it feels like very welcoming.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Okay, I'm glad it's working.
Yeah, but I just want to look out for you. You're looking out for me, and you're like concerned about like, is this pain in your ribs? You're not. You're good. Like you're very. I just want to make sure that you're good. And
I've got no health problems at all that I know of from the caffeine. But if you were to say like, what's the stimulant that you probably are abusing on a daily? It's caffeine.
I mean,
sure.
I definitely, of all the things, that would be me too. Like I do have
a
few
lot?
cup of coffees a day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would say probably 2.
That's not
probably
bad.
2 to 3.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
That's not.
Done that.
No,
I think there have been times where it's like, yo, we're finishing this thing, and I slept like 2 hours last night. So then I'll have like a giant coffee, but I'll drink it through the day. Like I drink it like throughout the day.
Yeah.
Normally, if I have a big ass coffee, that's taking me like a couple days. Like I'll put it in the fridge.
The venti,
like,
I do the same thing. Yeah.
But
that Starbucks shit is like crack cocaine.
Yeah,
because Starbucks beans, all of the Starbucks beans that they sell, have a way higher milligram content of caffeine to them. I don't know how the fuck they roast them, or they genetically engineer them, or add some fucking additives or whatever. But like the Pike's Place, their house blend, is like, okay, I'm drinking a cup of coffee that's 80 milligrams.
Yeah.
Theirs is like 150 milligrams.
Oh wow!
For that same 8 ounces.
Damn.
Now here I am throwing out bro math again that I'm probably off on, but that shit is jacked up. Like that's not what I'm on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only update I have is maybe I'll switch to some decaf.
Okay. I mean, if you,
it still has some caffeine.
It does. It does.
8 ounces of decaf has about 3 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
We're figuring it out, everyone. We're figuring it out now.
But that's only 30 milligrams a day, so that's a lot better than 800.
That's a lot. 800.
When I looked at the Google and I was really doing the math, like, oh well, yeah, 800. How is that not affecting me?
That is pretty amazing.
I think I've burnt out all my receptors or whatever because it's just.
Yeah. I mean, that's wild. That's a lot.
Yeah.